Let's get this started with the YouTube.
That's right. Loyal Fiel in the house, baby. Loyal Fiel.
There we go. Alrighty, and we will go for the podcast in 3, 2, 1. I'm just kidding.
I kind of had a feeling this time. I don't know why it was.
I know, right?
Probably because I had stuff open before. I was like,
yeah.
I messed it up. Almost.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, they already told me.
Yep. All right, here we go. Live for the podcaster, recording the podcast in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to another episode of Business Bros. What up, ladies and gentlemen?
Can we do Business Bros?
Business Bros.
That's right. Brr, en la casa, baby. En la casa, you know?
I didn't know you were going to throw the R's in that.
We could have done it, but whatever. Anyway, going back to it. Hey, we're really excited. Thank you, everybody, for listening to the podcast today. Appreciate you all. Don't forget to subscribe, download, etc., and so on. Leave us a review. Going to help us out to show up faster, higher on the search results. We are excited to have Mr. Issac Bobadilla from Loyal Fiel Clothing on the show with us today. Welcome to the show, man. Appreciate you coming on.
Hey, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys for having me here, man. It's an honor.
Yeah. Before we jump into everything that is Loyal Fiel Clothing and Mr. Bobadilla, though,
we got our promos of the day. So remember, tomorrow, May 22nd, we're going to be at Liberty Station developing your investment strategy. So you've been making money. Got to figure out what to do with it, where to put it. That's going to be the best place for you to come check it out with Driven Wealth Management, Ricky Vaza. We're going to do a presentation starting at 7 p.m. You can find all the information at our on our social media, Facebook actually, at Business Bros Pod, or you can go to our website, seeusfirst.com, click on the events button, get your ticket. We'll see you there tomorrow. And then, of course, we're still trying to raise 365 pairs of shoes by the end of the year. So if you would like to make a donation, gently used pair of shoes or a brand new pair of shoes, hit James up at james@seeusfirst.com or 619-884-0045. He'll ride over in his Harley and pick those bad boys up. So the sooner, the better. I think that's it, right?
Except for one thing, we do have a music video that's getting ready to drop.
Oh, yeah.
Jose, Visionary Media, said, Hernan, talk about your upcoming music video.
All right. So, in case you didn't know, I got some bars, dude.
All right, well, hey, you have to shoot.
Put it this way, ladies and gents. It's going to be the most long-winded dad joke you've ever seen. I did a parody to Old Town Road about real estate, and then we filmed a music video. So that was a lot of fun. If you guys saw our Instagram, that's what I'm doing on the beach, in the beach chair in a suit. So we're filming the video, some fun stuff, and it's about to drop really, really soon. So make sure you guys check it out. And I got to make a deal with you guys. If you laugh, you have to share it. That's the deal. If you laugh, you got to share it.
Great deal. I'll definitely be posting it and sharing it.
That's what I'm talking about. Laugh at me. I'm cool with that. Share it. Appreciate you guys.
All right. Back to the guest.
Yeah. So we got Issac in the house. Issac, you want to know something trippy?
What's up, baby?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, we talked a little bit. Issac literally grew up in the same neighborhood I did. We grew up in IB, right there off of like 7th Street, between I like to say between like 13th and the beach, right? That's IB, really.
Yeah.
I mean, literally is
that literally
IB.
is IB, right? And we grew up on 7th Street, and I was asking him when he came in. He was like, he knew Renee. Renee does some of our camera stuff here, and he was like, "Oh, you know Renee?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Where'd you grow up?" He's like, "IB." I was like, "Where?" "Right there off 7th Street." I was like, "No way."
Yeah, that's right.
Small world.
Yeah, I grew up like in 9th Street, Cali Avenue, behind by Jack in the Box, Palm Avenue 9th. Grew up there, and big shout out to my boy Renee Amador. He's a very, very special, good friend of mine from way back in the days. And it's a lifetime friend as well. So I know he's praising right now. So a lot of love for my cat right here, you know.
Hey, I can't.
Yeah,
that's gonna trip me out, but it's funny. I gotta say one thing though. IB does not look the same anymore. It's been a while since I've been down there, but I drove by. I was like, dude, that whole Studio 3.
Oh, I remember that.
I love that theater, dude. I used to watch 3 movies for $1.
It was, you know what? A movie will come out, and then Studio 3 will have it maybe a year later.
Yeah.
It will come out, and then you have to be 16 to watch a rated R movie. Man, they'll let anyone in.
Yeah, they didn't care.
And it had burnt seats in it. They had burnt seats, sticky floor, rats flying everywhere, man. It
was a janky theater, dude.
Yeah.
But it was our theater, dude. We could go over there, right?
Yeah, the arcade with the Karate Kid and
stuff.
Yeah,
cool stuff.
Yeah, it was fire, man. Back then they didn't have 4 Locals, man. Or else it would be more lit.
That's true.
You know?
They got Five Guys right there now too.
Yeah.
Dude, they got all kinds of stuff.
You know, the only thing that survived in that entire plaza was the Baskin Robbins.
Yeah, well, it's
That's true.
it's moved in a nicer venue, right?
Yeah.
But that whole complex right there got demolished.
Yep.
And they built it up nice and neat. It looks really cool there.
I think no matter what happens in the future, like upgrading IB, it's still gonna have the IB swag.
It will, but it's much different now. Like I think they're about done with the military complex right there on Silver Strand.
Yes, I seen it.
And so there's gonna be a lot more traffic coming through IB.
Yeah, now they have a free gym for everybody that doesn't want to pay for a gym and they go down to the beach, seacoast. They have a free workout right there and the rocks and stuff. Yeah, so
see, it's been making it a lot nicer. Yeah, so I like it. That's what's happening with IB itself. What about what's happening with people who came out of IB? What's up with you? Like, what you been up to?
Well, I have a long story, man, but I'm gonna make it short.
We'll start with the long story. What happened? I want to know the struggles because that's really what it's about.
Man, where can I start, man? I have a lot of corners where I can start from, but you know what? My struggles are normal, just like everyone else, just in general. One thing, I grew up in IB, regular guy, my friends and everybody that grew up from there too that knows me. And I just been very strong-minded, my dreams and things like that, goals, never gave up. But I have my struggles up and down, money-wise, friends, jobs, everything, man. But it's just, that's where I started. That's where I started, man. Yeah. I'm just flashing back real quick, man. I don't mean to pause, but IB, it's a lot of history, man. And you as well from IB, it has a lot of history from friends and family, a lot of people. But that's where I come from, man. And my struggles were, they were more in the middle. I can't say too bad, but yeah, I did struggle here and there.
So let me ask you, struggles mainly because of personal choices or struggles because of things that happen?
A little bit of everything. Even with relationships growing up, how it made me stronger and work-wise, friendship, money, personal, a lot of personal ones as well, and I did a lot of backtracking as well. I always take one step forward, one step back, being younger, being a little bit naive, learning, being experienced in life and things like that. But I'll tell you one thing, I always been a risk taker, and that's what helped me in life. Being a risk taker, jumping with 2 feet, not hesitating. You have to, man.
Well, I mean, that's one of those where you burn the ships behind you, right? Like, yes. I'm going to do this, and nothing's going to stop me. Yeah. So what kind of stuff did you do prior to your clothing brand? Like, what did you do anything crazy before that? What got you to the clothing brand?
I always like fashion. I can
tell by that coat, dude.
Yeah, thank you, Bobby. You know what I'm saying? I had to wrestle a bear before I got here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I always was into fashion, being clean, what was out there more. And you know what? I have a lot of love for IB since we're talking about it, but I wanted to see what was more out there. There's more out there. Mm-hmm. A lot of people settle. They get comfortable. And I'm not one of them. And that's when I started kind of not discovering fashion, but I wanted to be different. Stand out, be liked, notice me, but in a good way. Everything there always been in a good way, But that's where it was, how I saw things,
So why the brand? Where'd you come up with Loyal Fiel? I mean, for those of you who don't know, right? Yeah, so it's the same word in 2 different languages.
That's right. So if people don't know, I'm Hispanic, full Hispanic. I was born here in Chula Vista, raised in Imperial Beach, and I love it. I represent it. So Loyal Fiel comes from my parents, my culture, my values, America, Hispanics, Mexican American. So I put them together, Loyal Fiel, to show people that loyalty has not died, that custom. So that's why I represent it so hard and I stand by it, that to show people loyalty is still out there since the generation is changing, the era is changing, and you don't see it often. You don't see loyalty often. You don't even see the word sometimes.
It definitely is. It gets a little tough, especially when you're in a sales world. Yeah. There's a lot of, dog eat dog world out there, right?
It's raw. So it's
very raw. So, when you develop some of these personal relationships with people, when you build that kind of history with somebody as you're growing up in business, you tend to have those sorts of loyalties. But then there's other things that pop in the way. You might meet new people that might interfere a little bit. Some people that are trying to improve their own life. And I'm the type of person personally who I trust first and then I verify, right? Like, I have no reason to not trust somebody in business.
I know the feeling.
Until they don't uphold what they say they're gonna do. You know what I mean? That to me, that's one of the biggest things. If you say you're gonna do something, do it. And if you can, acknowledge it and let me know ahead of time. Like, let me know as you're going through. Like, hey man, this isn't working out. I'm trying to, but I'm not meeting this and this and this. Yeah. Like, I can work with mistakes. I can understand and help you fix things, but be loyal to what you decide you're gonna do. Right?
I agree 100. And one thing that I learned through business and growing with Loyal Fiel and everything, I learned real quick that it's business, not personal. But I take it personal because I want to build that relationship. Like you said, I trust everybody. I show love, I give more than what I want to receive. I don't care about that. So I know the feeling, man. And I had some disappointments here and down the road, but I don't hold grudges. I gotta keep it moving, man. All the way up, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Vodka soda is a cure sometimes. Vodka
soda works.
It's a cure. And music. And just keep it moving. I don't hold grudges. I show love. It is what it is.
So tell me a little bit about the brand. When did it start? How's it going?
It started in 2016 when I used to date this chick, and one of the reasons that she was dating me is because she liked how I dressed. So I said, hey, you know what? You dress alright, so why don't I give you a little makeover? And she actually let me do a makeover for her.
That's impressive.
Yeah, so I shopped for her. I shopped for everything. I didn't take her. I did it for her. And I switched her swag, 180, and she liked it. And she threw the idea for me. She's like, hey, why don't you become a personal stylist? And that's how I started. I started as a businessman, as personal stylist. And I had some clients here and there, people texting me, hey, what do you think about this? Should I wear this tie with this? And I would, show them advices and stuff like that, or pictures of what they should match. Mm-hmm. And she gave me an idea. So, well, why don't you design your own clothes? You can wear your own clothes. And I'm like, you're right. And we're sitting in the couch.
Yeah.
Sitting in the couch, relaxing.
The birthplace of most ideas.
That's right. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'm saying, you're right. And she said, what would you call it? And I said, I didn't think about it. I said, Loyal. That's the first thing that popped in my head. I'm like, Loyal. And she's like, yeah, it's good, but it's kind of plain. I'm like, okay. I'm like, Loyal Fiel. And she was like, what is that? I'm like, Fiel means loyal in Spanish. Represent the Latinos and Americans together, breaking borders. She's like, I like that. That clicks. And boom, that's where it was born.
Dude.
The next day, I got to work. I trademarked it, everything. I did my research, how to build it, where to start. I went to Mesa College here in San Diego. I studied fashion designing. I studied fashion history and fashion promotion. So it wasn't just something I snap my fingers and, I'm a designer. No, man. Like you said, I went through my up and downs. I had to put in work.
Dude, that's a big commitment. You definitely jumped in. Like, a lot of people are like, I had this idea, I'm gonna do it, boom, and they start doing things.
Yeah.
But to take the steps of like learning the actual business aspect of it, because it's one thing to design your clothes, it's one thing to match, right?
Yeah.
You could have just gone with designing people's, wardrobe.
Yeah.
That would have been a quick fix, right? You'd earn some dough, you get to go shopping, you get to do what you like to do. That's nothing bad with that. But wearing your own stuff, like. That's a whole new level. So tell me, like, once you started like creating your own stuff, what struggles did you go to?
Okay, so after I started designing Loyal Fiel, I started printing some shirts, designing, cut and sew. So I started traveling to LA back and forth. I used to sketch, buy the fabric and everything. So one of the struggles was that I promoted myself. I started myself as promoting. I didn't have a team. I didn't have nobody. I started rocking it all over downtown San Diego. Everywhere I would go, I would rock it. Once I made hats, I've never worn a different hat. I breathe this. I take showers with it. I fuck with it. I do everything. I get drunk with it. Everything. Loyal Fiel is with me every fucking day, 24/7, man.
You're Loyal Fiel to your brand.
Hell yeah.
That's good.
This shit's glued onto my head, man. It doesn't come out. I need surgery to take this shit off, You know what I'm saying? That's right. So one of the struggles was I had more positive feedback and comments than bad ones. But I had some bad ones here and there. Oh, Loyal, yeah, right, sure. That's cool. I show love, keep it moving. But I had a lot of people staring in downtown because I wear a lot of diamonds. I like to wear jewelry. And just to get it straight for the record, so people that like to wear jewelry, to me, I wear a lot of jewelry. I like to be blinged out. It's a fashion statement. Not to look ballin', not to look rich. No, it's a fashion statement. If you want to have a gold tooth, fucking have it.
Yeah.
Do you, baby. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Do you. Who cares? Who cares if you're poor, broke, rich, whatever? Who cares? You do what you like and you do it what you feel comfortable with. So that was one of my struggles, man. People staring. Who's this guy? Loyal, pointing. But it made me feel good. It made me feel
You started
good.
getting some attention.
Big time.
Right? And that's
Big
what it's
time.
about.
More positive than negative. But there were some drunk girls here and there, you know, PB stuff like, "Wow, loyal to what? You're loyal. What is this all about?" But I would kind of laugh about it. Am I loyal to yourself? Loyal to who you are, but to you believe. You know?
So you're repping it. Have you started having other people rep it and take pictures in it?
Yes, sir.
Like people who are notable, people who have a following.
Yeah. So I want to throw a big shout out to my boy James Kennedy. That he's a cast member for Vanderpump Rules, and DJ Luyan, reggaetonero Puerto Rico, because they were the first two ones that started helping me. I don't want to say promote, but rocking it.
Yeah,
And
they wore the brand.
They were the brand. They believed in it, and they still do. You know, and I appreciate that because they were my two good friends that started helping me move with the movement.
Yeah,
the Loyal Fiel family.
I mean, honestly, that's what it's like. Like, before I met you, like I teach at East Lake High, and I have some kids every year that I try to spark some sort of entrepreneurial spirit with them.
Yeah.
And so some of them naturally are always like, "Oh, I want to make a shirt." I'm like, "Okay, cool. You can sell shirts. That's great. How are you going to sell more shirts? Like, what is the reason you're going to do it?" And one of the things that I push to them all the time is, if you have a campus of like 3,000 kids, like if I were me and you don't have a grip of money, print out like, you know, I don't know, get like 5 or 10 shirts.
Yeah.
And what I would do is I would walk around and have people take a picture in them. And if you can't afford to give them to them, have them take it off and get other people to take pictures of them. And before you know it, you have a bunch of pictures on Instagram, or you have a bunch of pictures on Facebook, and they're all wearing your brand.
Yeah.
And guess what that means? I want that too.
Yeah, I want it.
Right. And so that's why I was asking you that question. I was like, you know, are you getting people who have influence on your on in Instagram or whatever, repping your brand?
I do, and it's every brand that you like in general, Nike, Loyal Fiel, you know, in general, whatever it is, it's addicting because you know what you like, what catches your eye, what's attractive, what's like, hey, I like this, and you're right, 100%. You know, I reached out to people and they started helping me being part of the team, repping it. Kel Mitchell from Nickelodeon, Kenan and Kel, you know?
Yeah.
Good burger, man. Shout out to my boy Kel right there, you know, in the house. That he reps it, man. He works out with the headbands. He rocks. He throws shouts out, man, you know?
And it helps.
It helps very much. I want to throw a shout out to my boy Marlon. If you're seeing or not, Marlon, what's up? Much love, baby. He's a big supporter. He's part of the team as well, you know? So I do have some influence that rocks it. But you have to put in work. It's not easy. No, you have to put in the work.
Tell me a little bit about what work means. Because I got a lot of people who, they're like, I got a brand, I'm good, I put it on Instagram, I'm set, let me just sell some. But it's not that easy.
It's not that easy. It's not that easy. You have to reach out. You have to come genuine. You don't want to sell it. Hey, you know, if I give you a shirt, will you promote me? You don't want to tell people that. It has to come from the heart. Everything has to come with passion, you know?
Mm-hmm.
If I give you something and it comes out of you want to rock it or take a picture, hell yeah, that's much love. But you have to put in the work. You have to reach out. You have to send emails. You have to text. You have to message. You have to do it. You have to do it.
So let me ask you, how much time are you spending like on Instagram, like messaging people, like sending messages?
Well, I'm glad you say that because my sister downloaded this app or this thing that it tells you how much hours you spend.
Yeah.
I don't know if I forgot what it's called. And she like showed me an app or something. And she showed me I spent, I think, 39 hours in 1 week.
So you work a full-time job literally promoting your product.
Full-time.
Full-time job.
And I also have another job. So, yeah, but even though I'm in my other job, second job, Loyal Fiel, it comes first. I'm on it. Even though if I have to answer a message, someone important or just a friend, whatever, from IG, I go to the restroom, I excuse myself, I answer it.
Dude, I mean, but that's dedication.
I love it.
You're still starting out, so it's not your whole full-time gig, and that's okay. Yeah. But you're building something here that you're dedicating a lot of time, effort, blood, sweat, and tears, dude.
Yeah, I believe in it. Yeah.
That's the fact that you're putting in that much time. Like, I'm impressed by that.
Thank you.
Because there's a lot of people who would say, you know, you're spending all this time on Instagram, but you're consuming content. All you're doing is looking at things the whole way through. Yeah. But when I talk to real estate agents and we talk about social media, I have two types of people that come at me. The type of person who's like, social media doesn't work. You're wasting too much time on that. And there's the other side that I'm trying to tell them. It's like, no, it's a prospecting tool. It's the tool that I use to communicate with people. Yeah. Just like you pick up the phone, I send a video message. Just like you knock on a door, I send a DM. You know, just like you go out and shake hands, that's my digital handshake. Like, I'm literally trying to communicate and spread my message to more people, one person at a time.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's not easy.
It's not easy. And you know what? One thing about that as well, no shortcuts. That's one thing I learned in business. No shortcuts.
Everybody looks for it.
Everybody looks for it, or like, hey, if I get him to wear my shirt, I'm gonna make a lot of sales. No, it's not. That's not how it works.
I wish it was that easy.
I wish it was that easy too.
Well, that's another thing. Like, to me, that's the easy button, right?
Yes.
Everybody wants that magic bullet, that simple thing that you push and it's done, right?
Yeah.
The problem is most people who are looking for that spend years looking for that when they could have spent that same exact time grinding and talking to one person every single day or every single hour, talking to one new person, showing them your brand, showing them what it is you do, providing value to them. And in that same time frame, the person who kept looking for the easy button hasn't found it because it doesn't exist. And the person who's been grinding every single day, 10 years down the road, they're on top of the world.
Yeah.
Then they're the overnight success, and nothing came overnight.
Yeah, that's true. You have to put in work.
You have to put in the work.
You have to put in the work, and it has to be your whole heart. Thanks to a friend of mine from Puerto Rico, El Consul, he says it, whatever you're doing, big or small, put your whole heart into it, man. You have to.
Passion,
love. You know, I fuck with this shit, you know, like I breathe it, I love it. So when I tell people about Loyal Fiel, they know what I'm talking about because they see it with somebody, parents, brothers, they know the loyalty. Damn, man, I'm like that. You know, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's not a word, it's a lifestyle. You're not rocking Isaac. You're rocking yourself.
You know what? And I do like the fact that it connects on an emotional level.
Yeah.
I think that makes a big difference when you're trying to spread a message.
Yeah.
Like viral videos, for example, right? It's viral because it struck a chord. It made you laugh. It made you cry. It made you get goosebumps, whatever. It hits you on an emotional level. And that's why you click share or whatever it is that you're going to do.
Yeah.
That's why these things go viral. Brands are a lot like that. They make you feel something. Nike has Just Do It. It's cool. But anytime you watch a Nike commercial, you feel like you can do it. You know what I mean? Like you got the energy.
It motivates
Exactly.
you.
Gatorade, same way. I think your brand is going to have that loyalty. Like people who are going to be wearing it are going to understand, like, that's my boy.
Yeah.
I don't even know you, but you're wearing the same thing I'm wearing.
Thank you, puppy.
We understand that.
And talking about that, there have been a few incidents where someone texts me or send me pictures. Hey, I ran into this guy. Do you know him? Or he was rocking Loyal. He's rocking Fiel. He's rocking this. And I just met him. I told him if he knew you. He said no or yes. That's one of my purpose. That all Loyal Fiel family comes together no matter where you're at. Knowing that, hey, if you're rocking that, you're good people, good heart. Just move together. Big time, man.
I like that. It's a nice positive message.
Yeah, so if I see like, oh shit, Loyal, oh man, he's one of us. He's one of us, man. He's family right there. You know, it's one of us, man. You know what I'm saying? And when we all eat, we gotta eat together, man. That's what's up, baby. Loyal family, that's what it's all about.
So tell me a little bit more about like your actual business. How did you get into production? How did you get into the distribution? Because that's always a hard part, right?
Yeah.
I mean, people are like, oh, I got to design, and then like, where do I go? Do I go to like T-shirt Mart and that's it, or what?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So there's two things. There's being a designer, it's not just going and printing some shirts. You know how anybody could do that, you know, and be called designer. That's cool. I respect that. No judgment. But when I started sketching and going to school, you know, I do have a manager. And she also started kind of looking around where she could get connected as like a production. And everything was made in L.A. Everything's made in L.A. So I would travel twice a week. Sometimes the same day I would go just for a business meeting and drive back from LA. 4 hours, 2 hours there and 2 hours back in traffic.
If you don't hit traffic.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? Everything came from passion. I didn't care. I'm like, fuck it. And sometimes I would stay out there and I'll be partying in Beverly Hills, baby, with all celebrities. You know what I'm saying? Turn that shit up. Brand, turn that shit up. You know, I'll make the best out of it. You know, I will reward myself after the hard work, and you know, because they will call me and be like, hey, this sample is done, a tank top. I will have to go over there, try it on, see what I don't like.
Make any alterations or adjustments?
Yes, make it perfect, and then come back to San Diego, or I'll stay in LA just for that. So some people be like, nah, I don't want to go there, whatever.
But it's yours. It's your thing.
I'm like, bro, this is your baby. You planted this. You gotta water. You gotta take care of it. You have to. So I look back and my journey's not done. I didn't come this far just to come this far. All the way up, baby. All the way up.
So let me ask you. So okay, you figured out how to create your product. So now you got a way to, you're designing it. Now you got it into production.
Yes.
How do you take it to the next level? How do you actually get the distribution? Like if I ordered a shirt, how does I get from LA to my front door?
Well, I take care of all the shipping myself. So when you get a bag, you get a package. Issac Bobadilla, Issac Especial, touched it. He baptized it already to get to your door. You're like, wow, Issac actually touched this. I bag it. I want to connect with those customers. Anybody could reach me. My cell phone's number on there. I have questions. I have customer calling me, asking me a question about, hey, are they fitted? Are they unisex? So people could reach me, and I'm happy to always interact with those. Bring them close. So when you place an order, it comes to me personally. Just for people that don't know that, I get your order. I know where you live. It's all confidential. It's all professional. It's all love. I package it up. I throw little goodies extras in there, and then I ship it out.
All right, so let me ask you. All that is beautiful. All that is well and good.
Thank you.
But that's not scalable.
What
you
you
know what I mean? I mean, like, right now that's cool if you're doing, like, this many orders. What about when you start doing this many orders?
True.
So let's talk a little bit about that. What do you got? What do you think about where this is going? I mean, you want to go all the way up.
Yeah,
right?
definitely. Now, we all start from somewhere, but I do have some helpers helping me package and things like that. I do have some helpers.
So we're starting to think about that.
Yeah. I do have a warehouse. here in San Diego where any orders that I get, sometimes they come fast, like a fast ball. I got to be on it. I can't waste time. And I want to say thank you to all the people that helped me out to ship out. Or I tell them, hey, package this up, 2 shirts, 3 hats, Loyal Fiel, pink, whatever, and they do it. So I do have some of my helpers that help me package this, because sometimes it does get busy.
Yeah, because
so.
I mean, if your brand is growing, which I have no doubts that your brand is going to continue to grow because of the dedication that you're putting into it. But my worry is always. I've seen a lot of businesses where, and I've been a part of businesses where we start and we're super passionate. We love to do it, but it's us doing everything, right? And the problem with that is eventually we burn out. And it's not that we don't like our brand or we don't like our product or we don't like our business. It's just there's only 24 hours in a day, man. And if you are truly being successful at what you do, which means more clients are wanting to do your service or pick up your product, like that's a large demand. And so we got to make sure that we build systems in place so that we can take it to another level. That when, 20,000 orders come in, we can handle that sort of stuff. Right now, when it's, 10 orders, no big deal.
Yeah.
But 100, 1,000, 10,000, all of a sudden it starts making a big deal. And you're doing a really good job at providing that passion to get your message out there. But I wonder how it's doing on the back end, how your distribution model is going to work, because I would like to see this everywhere.
Yeah, of course. And you're right. It's growing. And I always try to grab help, genuine help to help me. Even if I have to do it by myself, I'll do it. But it'll get to a point where I'm not working, Or
where you're only doing that.
Yeah. We'll have my helpers, and even if it's involving best friends, family, everything has a pay and, genuine support and stuff like that. But you're right, everything is growing. But also, I never get too comfortable. That's an advice and a tip from people from business. Never get too comfortable. So I like to always be on, hands-on.
Yeah.
We have a question from the audience here.
Yes, sir.
They want to know, what are you doing for marketing?
Marketing? Promoting?
Yeah.
Okay, so I promote. There's people that promote for me, and there's people that I promote myself, by reaching out, campaigns, tagging, my travel, I tag artists. So that's how I promote myself and marketing. There's a lot of ways to do it, and I'm always open. I do it kind of not my way, but I always find ways to do it. But I hope I'm answering the right question. What she wants to hear. It's a great question because I'm still learning. I never stop learning.
Well, this is the beauty about what we have in our podcast is I've met a ton of people, right? A ton of people. There's people who are really good at job A, and there's really good people who are job B and job C, right? Yeah. And one of the things that I've learned, me personally in business, is you need to sit down and really kind of take your own personal inventory in what not only are you good at, but what you suck at in business.
Yeah.
And what stuff you want to do and what stuff you don't want to do in business. Because if you're truly want to grow this thing, you're going to have to come to grips with some of the things that you are not good at and find people to help you substitute those things in. And because, I mean, we've known a lot of people now, especially with the podcast, who are very business minded, and they would love to come in an opportunity like this and say, dude, I love the brand. I love the story. You are good at doing this part. Yeah. Let me come in and help you with this part. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because honestly, dude, even to this day, we have our insurance company, and each of us has our own lane. There's 4 partners in this thing, and each of us has a different responsibility and looks at the company in a different way to push it in the right direction. But we all have that same goal in mind. So I think you're the type of person who's like captain of the ship. Yeah. And you need some good lieutenants right behind you. I agree. Managing specific outlooks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you, Puppy. And you know what? Also, one thing that I had to accept, that we all need help.
Yes.
We all need help, man. You can't do it all by yourself.
I was having this conversation with Steven yesterday. We were talking about being humble. Yeah, right?
You got to.
And he's a young kid. He's like 18 years old, right?
Yeah.
And so for him, like one of the things I was telling him to do was, wherever you want to be, the industry that you want to be in, go volunteer. I don't care if you have to get them coffee, right? And he was talking about being a rapper, right? And I was like, I don't care if you have to go and get those guys coffee, but you go and you surround yourself with the people that you want to be in the industry with, because that's going to open up more doors, right? And he's like, well, I don't want to, I don't want to look like a little bitch, I'm like, dude, you need to humble yourself.
You have to.
And that's one of those things that you're my age or you're close to my age.
Yeah, it's the ego.
You realize it's the ego. You realize that you can.
It's not for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good.
It's not for you. People would tell me you should go to gas stations and sell hats out of your trunk. And I was like, when I first started, why don't you do this? Why don't you? And I was like, I don't know, maybe not for me, But I found other ways where I could make up for it, instead of going selling out of my trunk. When I first started, I was new to the business, and I'm still learning, like I said. But going back to, you have to humble yourself. You have to accept the help. You have to put in the work. No shortcuts, and no one's gonna just throw you up the scale. Like, hey, I've gone on my high horse. I humble myself. I had reality checks. I'm not perfect, I acted a little bougie here and there, man. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, we
all
do.
Yeah. But, that's because I put in a lot of work where I'm at. I deserve it. Like everyone else, hard work, you deserve it. And it was the put downs that people were trying to, put me down. It's like, whatever. But it reminded me, I never forget where I come from, man, and who I really am and stuff like that. The humbleness, like you said. But I had going back real quick, serving coffee. Shit, I had a lot of jobs in my life, and I made the best out of everything.
Yeah, no, I really like talking to people in the business stage that you're in. Yeah, that's like one of my favorite sections to talk about.
Man, it's fire.
Because there's so many different ways you can go. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's so many different paths that you can take, and as a young entrepreneur, where you're getting started, that's the exciting part. You know what I mean? You're gonna mess up. But that's okay because you tried something, and you're going to try something else, and it might work just a little bit better, and that gets you even more excited. And you can try something else, and it's going to flop, but you're going to learn from it, you're going to rearrange it, and you're going to try it again, and that's going to do better. That's my favorite part of where you're at in your business. I'm really looking forward to what Loyal Fiel is going to do and where I'm going to see it, because it's like whenever you want if you wanted a blue Honda, right? All of a sudden you're on the freeway, you see blue Hondas everywhere. What the hell? Right? Yeah. And so now I'm made aware of the brand. Our audience is made aware of the brand, and for some reason they're just going to see it everywhere they go.
Yeah, thank you. And one of my things I always told myself, and I told people, you have to think big to be big. You have to dream about it. You have to breathe it. You have to see yourself.
And you got to take action.
Yes.
And you got to take action.
Yes. When I think about something so much every day and I dream about it, daydream about it, it happens.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
happens.
You're thinking about it all day long. Yeah. You're taking actions towards it all day long. Yes. It's like a race. If you start here and you end here and you're taking steps every day to get there, no matter how slow you're going, you're going to get there.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true.
That's what you're doing with your business.
You got to walk with faith.
Absolutely.
No, walk with faith, not with fear.
That's right.
You have to not give up. You cannot give up. And I have my moments where, hey, this is not gonna work out. I don't doubt it, but I get bummed out about things. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, we all do.
But you know what? New day, new attitude, man. I get back up. Fuck it.
tomorrow the sun will rise.
Yeah.
Boom. All right, Isaac, dude. Thanks. I want to make sure that, well, first of all, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you guys
for being honest. And let me dig at you a little bit of your business. I really appreciate that. Man, and then before we go, make sure you talk to the camera right here and tell them if they want to get some Loyal Fiel gear.
Yeah.
How do they get it?
So what's up, you guys? You guys can find me on Instagram, Loyal Fiel Clothing on Instagram. If you guys want to get a special order or whatever, it's loyalfiel.com. You know, if you guys want to reach out to me, my number's on there too. Feel free. I'm always open.
Oh, sell the number. Say your number.
Oh, my number is 619-855-1974. I'm international as well. Anybody that's seeing this, you guys can reach out to me. I'm always open. You know, it's Loyal family right here. Feel comfortable.
Boom.
Se le quiere, mi gente, y saca el especial en la casa, tú sabes.
Yeah. That brr, dude, it throws me off every time.
You know?
All right, Isaac. Last question.
Yes, sir.
Who do you think would be a good guest to have on the podcast?
Well, I have a lot. And, you know, I have a couple of good friends. And, you know, I want to throw a big shout out to one of the new artists coming up. He's from the Bay Area, Arthur Sanchez. And my boy Marlon. He's also a radio host, man, here in San Diego. I would like to bring him along. You know, he has a lot of energy. Great, positive guy. I love the dude. So I think Marlon would be a good character to bring, man. You know what I'm saying? Blow him up.
Perfect. All right, brother. Thanks a lot for being on the show.
Always, baby. Thank you.
Quick reminder, everybody, tomorrow, May 22nd at 7 p.m., we're going to be at the Liberty Station. We're going to be talking about how to develop your investment strategy. So if you're making money and you need to know what to do next, what's the next step to get you closer to that retirement? Because remember, retirement is not an age problem. It's a cash flow problem. So as soon as you figure that out, you're good to go. Meet us 7 o'clock. You can grab your tickets at seeusfirst.com. Click on the events tab, or you can find it on our Facebook page at Business Bros Pod. And if you real estate agents are EXP curious, text 123EXP to 31996, and I'll send you a 7-minute video so you can get a little bit more information. Lastly, 365 pairs of shoes by the end of the year, 619-884-0045, or James at csfirst.com. He'll ride out on his Harley and pick that up. And if you want to be a guest on the podcast, let me know. I can find you on Instagram at Business Bros Pod, or you can hit me up on my cell, 619-884-4915. That's all we got for you guys today. Peace. Bye-bye. And I'm out. Bye, Facebook. We love you. Business Bros.
En la casa.
Love it.
That was beautiful, man.
It's fun times, huh?
Hey, you know what? You were digging.